was a little girl, we got a weekly allowance. And we got 60 cents a week, which at that time seemed like a reasonable amount of money. However, we had to do certain things with that 60 cents. And one of the things that we had to do was give 10 cents to the church every Sunday. And each of us, we all got our own envelopes, which frankly I think is a great idea for kids because it gives them the idea of that responsibility. And every Sunday morning we'd have to put a dime in the envelope and put it in the collection plate. As I think about that now, that's more than a tithe. So that was actually a substantial percentage. Now, I didn't have any choice about the matter. You know, it was a family requirement, but we did it anyway. And it got us into the habit of having that offering and putting it in the plate. And that dime came right off the top before you could do anything else with your allowance. Fast forward quite a few years. In the last 25 years, my own personal offering has gone up and down with my fortunes. I had a year, however, when, for various reasons, I had to be on the other end of the equation. Now, we're taught that it's more blessed to give than to receive, which, when you have to be a recipient, can make you feel kind of guilty, or at least uncomfortable, because we're taught that over and over. I had a year in my life that I refer to as cancer year. I had stage 3 breast cancer. I had chemotherapy, surgery, chemotherapy, and radiation. I only missed one Sunday of church. That was the only place I went. I could not go to work during that time. But I received this outpouring of help and love and support from everyone there. And I thought, boy, that was cheerful giving if I ever saw it. And what that meant to me was, this is the pouring back of the gifts. And after that, as soon as I could, I increased my pledge until it kind of hurt, which is the way I look at it, because who knows when someone else will be in need of those gifts. So for me, a lot of what I give has to do with giving back, because I have received so much. When I came here to St. Andrews, it's been a little over a year, I'd been unemployed at that point for 3.5 years, about as broke as I can get, living in a friend's attic with all my stuff in storage. And there was no way I could make a pledge to St. Andrews at that time. It was not happening a year ago. But I made the commitment to myself that I would pledge as soon as I got a job. And that is exactly what I did. And then I lost the job, now I have another job, it doesn't pay, blah, blah, blah. And so right now, that pledge that I made that I don't think is huge is slightly painful for me to continue. But I'm going to continue it because I know how when you give your gifts, they come back. I've experienced it and I felt it. And that's why, for me, the concept of giving until it hurts, doesn't have to hurt a lot, but making sure that comes right off the top as a first priority. I don't think I'm ever going to let that go. So that's my story.